Hey Aries, what is going on? My name is Matthew Oliver with Stillwater Alchemy, and this is your general reading for the month of March. So Aries, astrologically speaking, you are in a beautiful position for all of March. At the start of the month, we have Venus in Aries and Jupiter in Aries, both benefics in your sign. You probably were already feeling this at the end of February. We're just revving up for Aries season. That's going to be starting on the 20th of March. There's going to be a lot of different astrological transits affecting every single sign. We have Saturn moving into Pisces on the full moon in Virgo on March 7th. Pluto is moving into Aquarius on the 23rd. And Mercury is also changing signs twice. Mars is shifting into Cancer at the end of the month. So there's a lot going on, but I want to focus on primarily what's affecting Aries. So you get to just enjoy the sweet life, enjoy things expanding, enjoy all the blessings happening to you. I want you to put yourself first, especially with that Venus in Aries. If you're able to fulfill yourself, your needs, and also help others, that's great. However, there's going to be a lot of people screaming, going through things, good or bad. I want you to focus on yourself first, all right? Especially when we get to Aries season. Hello, it's your birthday, it's coming up. It gets to be a celebration expansion for you. And that's not saying to be overly selfish. I think it's interesting how we define selfish, but it's your time to expand. You've been going through a lot. There have been so much that's going on in the past few years. This is a nice time of reprieve, of happiness, of joy, of love, of all the pleasure. So enjoy it, especially when it gets to be Aries season. Another good aspect that's coming through is Mercury. That's going to be in Aries on March 19th. So when Mercury moves into Aries and then a day later the sun moves into Aries as well, that only adds to the benevolence, because with Mercury that can represent how we express ourselves, communication, but also commerce, business. So please be aware of the downloads that are coming through or the opportunities. If it's not coming through at the start of the month, when Mercury also enters into Aries, co-present Jupiter, it's likely that these big deals, big opportunities, or even the intuition or inspiration to expand upon the things you're already doing are going to be taking place, all right? Good. So let us see. Oh, and then we also have the new moon in Aries this month. So there's a lot. There's so many things to enjoy this month with regards to being an Aries dominant angel. So you just get to sit back and enjoy, all right? I don't know if I can say that any more times, but I just want to be clear. So let's see what else Aries, what else do they need to know for the month of March? They're showing me, no matter how big or small the victory is, to celebrate it, to own it, to cherish it, to give gratitude for it. It's like you're digging and then you find this small little diamond, but it doesn't matter. It's like, you know that bigger diamonds, more gold is coming. But when you find those smaller diamonds, get excited, get jazzed. All of your hard work is paying off. It's like you don't need to fight so hard anymore. And I think that Aries, there's going to be something new that opens up, whatever you want that newness to be. But I think all the hard work that you've been putting forth, it was to prepare you to know what those boundaries were, to know what your worth is, to understand what feels good and what doesn't. And I think that's the benefit of having, of course, Venus and Jupiter in Aries at the start of the month. It's like, oh, this feels good. Or it's likely that you'll have things that are very pleasurable and enjoyable. And it's like, why would I ever want to go back to feeling stressed, nervous, overworked, unappreciated, whatever that energy is? It also makes sense because the Fool is here. So of course, a new chapter, a new beginning. Naturally, with Aries season, it can represent the new energetic year. Aries is the first sign in the zodiac wheel. But of course, specifically because your birthday is soon approaching. So I want you to ask yourself, especially if there are things in your life that are challenging, hard, stressful, make you anxious, do these need to stay in your life? Do you need to continually commit to these relationships, obligations, jobs, or not? Or is there a different way of seeing things? Is there a way that you can delegate? Or is there a way that you can say no and let them go completely? These are just things I want you to assess this month. So when we get to your birthday, when we get to Aries season, it's just like all lights are green. You just get to move ahead with great ease. You don't have to fight so more. It doesn't need to be so hard. And I also want you to take stock of where you were at the end of December in terms of your goals, what you wanted, what you were fighting for, and see if that's still aligned, and see if you're also still paying discipline to those goals, to those energies. So essentially, where were you at the end of Sagittarius season? Where were you at the end of December? And are those energies still in alignment or not? And if you veered off course a little bit, that's okay, but that's just where you need to give yourself that accountability and say, these are the things that actually matter. These other things don't. Because sometimes Aries can fall into instant gratification in terms of, this just feels really good in the moment, I'll do it now, instead of waiting or putting forth more time and energy to get something better long term. And you can still equally enjoy yourself and put yourself first, but it's kind of like, yeah, of course, as an adult, you can decide to eat ice cream for dinner, or you can go to the grocery store, get the nice ingredients, cook a really nice meal, share it with a loved one, and then have all the energy for the rest of the week, have leftovers. You know what I mean? So both can provide instant gratification or enjoyment, not the instant gratification, but one is probably more likely to help you succeed with just putting forth a little more effort and energy, all right? But also still, like, you can have the instant gratification. Now that I say that, like, have all the goodies, but just know what's in alignment for the instant gratification and what maybe used to bring that dopamine, that pleasure, that fun thing that you enjoy. And it's like, do I really want to do those activities or have those thoughts anymore? Or is there something better that is now going to catapult me to a completely different level? Also, it seems like there might be like love naturally with Venus and Jupiter, but if there's like a Leo that you're eyeing or someone that emulates Leo energy, they might just be happy or confident. It seems like they're very good looking, which is a vibe, of course, for Aries, but it seems like you're just kind of like circling your prey almost, but the Leo person or energy is also like staring back. It's like, oh, like, you want me, come and get me. And that just makes you even more excited. So that could be a lover. That could also be like an opportunity or a job where it's like, I'm perfect for that role, I'm going to go right after it. And they're going to be excited by me pursuing it with the intent and the fervor and the tenacity that I'm going with. So if there's something that you really want this month, Aries, go for it. It could also just be like a dress. It could be reservations. It doesn't have to be this big, huge thing. I think it might be, but whatever you really want, go after it. And then every time that you get it, it's like, oh, every time I really want something, that's just my intuition, my higher self saying, like, this is in alignment. I really want to go after it. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be a struggle. I'm just going to get the thing that I want, period. Yes, good. And it just seems like, because that energy of like digging a hole to find treasure keeps coming in again. And it's like, keep going. You're almost there. You're going to get it. But is there a way that can be more enjoyable? Can the work, can the process, like, can you have other people help you? Can you have someone do the night shift where they're digging and you're still going to reap all the rewards? Like, is there a way that you can keep working and having that purpose without having to work so hard? And even just asking that to your intuition when you're journaling, when you're praying, is like, is there a way to receive this easier? That's something, if you get anything from this video, that I would ask daily until you get an answer. If there's something that you're working really hard for and maybe wanting to get there faster or wanting it to be easier. All right, so 3 more cards, please, for Aries. All right, there's 1, 2, 3. Aha. So that makes sense to me. And then boom, boom. Yeah. So Aries, it seems like there's probably either an investment or an opportunity financially that's going to benefit you. The card that fell out on its own is the 2 of Pentacles, and then we also have the Queen of Pentacles and then the Hermit. So taking some time, like I said, in terms of that prayer of just getting clear, of asking, like, can this be easier? Show me a way for this to bring in other opportunities, other people to bless me, to get the money that I want. This could be a new client. This could be a financial advisor. This could just be literally someone on the bus, on the subway, at dinner, being like, hey, this stock is doing really well. If you have an extra couple $1,000s, you should invest into it. Be open to people blessing you financially. Be open to people helping you. This also, for me with the Hermit, could also be Virgo energy, or a Virgo being of great assistance to you or helping you. But this can also just be a time where you take more introspective energy for yourself to maybe meditate, to have a morning or an evening routine that benefits you. Whatever that is, I need you to spend a little bit more time on yourself, Aries, where maybe you're not distracted by external stimuli, where you're just going inward to balance out certain energy or to realign your finances so that you get more. It's like this for me with the Two of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles. It's like I'm giving one pentacle and I'm getting many in return. So whatever you want to invest into, whether it's a relationship, a job, an opportunity, a mindset, make sure it's in alignment, make sure it excites you, and that you just take a little bit more time to pray, to ask, to see what is in alignment, where you can be better directed, and where things get to be even more exciting, more fun, more free flowing. I just think it's kind of one of those things where the more time you spend on that internal spiritual development, it comes back in spades. And you're just going to attract the right people. If you know how you want to feel, it's going to be so easy for the universe to be like, here you go, here you go, here you go. But you have to take that time first and not get distracted or work needlessly hard on things. And that's such an Aries vibe anyway. It's like, why do you want to work harder for things that don't excite you? To just do it for the sake of doing it doesn't make any sense anymore, especially with all the transits benefiting you this month. So notice where things are hard, where they don't need to be. Understand that a new chapter is beginning naturally with your birthday soon approaching. And where can you invest into yourself or into a person or opportunity that's going to come back to you tenfold, while also being diligent, take care of your spiritual well-being. All right. Perfect. That was a great reading. So Aries, if you want to dive into this more in depth, you can book a one-on-one reading on my website. Please feel free to share with a fellow Aries angel that could also benefit from this message. And feel free to let me know in the comments what resonated, or if you come back later in the month, what manifested, what come through for you. I would love to hear all of that good news. And stay tuned throughout the month. I'm going to be offering more workshops, more offerings to help with all the astrological transits that are coming through. And aside from that, have a beautiful month ahead, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.